Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So yeah, it's been we've had a little break from our live podcast spots on Thursday. And so we thought we would come on and give a little update with September, the transition to school, and hurricane season and illnesses and, all the fun stuff that happens this time of year. But we've also been able to use this extra time to work on lots of fun projects that we have coming up. And the weather's been beautiful here in our part of the world for the last few weeks. And so we've been getting out in nature and enjoying family time, and with that comes creativity and sparking new ideas. And so we've had a lot of fun kind of playing around to see what things that we can offer you guys to help continue building within this community. So one of the things that Stephen has recently done is he completed training in the ACQ standards and accreditation procedures. So I don't know, Stephen, what's ACQ? What's that all about?
Yeah, so this is a new accreditation process. So it's the Autism Commission on Quality. They are a nonprofit. And I know that many people have been kind of wanting another source for accreditation. And so I went to the training on this. And so, we already supply the handbooks that are, the most comprehensive handbooks in ABA. So it seemed like a natural move to add this to what we do. So we can now help guide companies wanting to go through this accreditation process. Now, the accreditation process is completely independent. I need to say that I cannot guarantee that with our guidance that you will pass the accreditation. It is an independent body. They will determine this based on the policies and procedures that you have, and then also the evidence, which is super important that you have the evidence that you're following your policies. So that whole process does take some time. But our goal will be to make this way easier for you, and we'll be there to guide you through it. So what we want to do is a workshop. We want to get together with at least 15 companies that are wanting to do this process. Now, whether you at the end of the workshop decide to get the accreditation or not, that's up to you. But our goal is that you will meet that standard. And so the cool part of this is I'm hoping that some percentage of our workshop will go through the accreditation process, and then they can supply us that feedback. So not only will we go through the accreditation standards, but we'll also get that feedback after. And then we will take that information and then modify these handbooks to further ensure the ease of going through the accreditation process. So that's kind of what we envision in this workshop, is kind of a collaboration, a group to collaborate on this and make it easier for everyone to get through this. And like I said, whether you go through it or not, at least you have an amazing set of standards, right? Like you really will have a high quality standardized policies and procedures when you come out of this. And then, like I said, when you decide to go to that standard and get the accreditation, it should be a fairly simple process, as simple as like I've been through NADCAP and aerospace and automotive external audits. They're tough, right? Even if you have everything in place, it's difficult. It can be overwhelming, time consuming. Our hope is that we decrease the time and then make it a smoother process. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's exciting, right? Anytime. I mean, I think that's where all of us clinicians in the field, all of us as providers, we really want to continue to grow and to continue to like increase the standard of and provide quality services. And those of us who are business owners want to make sure that we are, that's what we're providing, through our business. So
I think that at ACQ, that's what they're going for too, right?
Right.
So like, it's like standardizing these systems so that you are able to provide quality, ethical services. And then, very similar when we're talking about intention and values of leadership and of the company, like when you fall out of that, because you have that intention behind it. And so this is very similar to that, right? Yeah. You're building out your vision statements and things like this. So, okay, this is our goal. This is our intention. Okay, something's going on here. It's not within our goals and intention. How do we fix that? So,
yeah. So if you want to join us for this workshop, it's open for current customers who have already purchased the handbooks and those who are willing to purchase the handbooks.
Yep.
And part of that is going to be like once we kind of go through this process and working through it with the workshop, and then also a lot of the behind the scenes work that we're doing and what Steven's doing with his relationship with the ACQ after attending that training, that we will be releasing higher standard handbook. We're still working on all the details of that, but it will be a more costly handbook, I guess. I mean, because it's going to meet more.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a higher standard.
It's going to be more stringent, right? Yeah. So anyway, so those of you who are sign up and participate in the workshop, when that rolls out, we'll get
a free upgraded version of the handbook. So
finishing my sentences.
But like you said, in order to be a part of the workshop group, you're going to need all of the handbooks, right? And more, which is why we're building this workshop so that we can add the and more based on everyone reviewing the standards with us based on our experience of going through accreditation processes. And then again, hopefully some of the workshop goes through the accreditation process. And on the other side of that, we'll get the feedback from ACQ, and then we can add any additional items to that. And then the goal of this at the end of the day is that along with the handbooks, the upgraded version of the handbooks, we'll also create videos on how to meet those standards if you need examples or evidence. So it'll be kind of a straightforward, as painless as possible. I mean, again, like accrediting a company is difficult. It takes a lot of time and effort. And the intention behind accreditation is really important. Why do you want to be accredited? It's really important to understand that so you can get through the process. But that would be our goal at the end of the day, is to make this as smooth a transition into accreditation as possible. So when you do submit your application and go through the accreditation process, hopefully you pass. Again, I can't guarantee that.
And I think that it's important to say that, like, I feel like this is a great opportunity to share your experiences. I mean, that's why we're reaching out to you guys to form a workshop for this instead of just doing it ourselves, which we could do. But I really feel like it's valuable to get input from all of you, and you have so much experience, and we've all been through have different stories to tell, right? And have different areas of expertise to add into it as well. Right. And so I think that's part of what I love about doing this together as a group, because of that. It also provides that collaboration and community, which is so important to me and to a lot of you guys as well. So come join us for our workshop. Where can they find more information?
So right now it's just, we're looking to see how many people would be interested in this. Again, we want a large group. That's the only way that this is going to work. We want as many people to join this as possible. So at least 15 groups. Otherwise, we just, we'll do it ourselves and then we'll release it. But what we would like to do is have a big group that we can collaborate with. So you can either comment in our post that I just did, maybe 2 hours ago, or you can comment in this post and this video, and then I will reach out to you, or April or somebody will reach out to you.
You can always email us at info@3piesquared.com
Yep.
if you're interested, or if you have more questions, and we'll continue to roll out more informational, like more posts about this over the next little bit as we, try to gain an idea of the interest of participating in this.
We're thinking right now it's going to be like 1 to 2 hours a week of meetings, but it may not be that. And so I wouldn't let that stop you. We do want you committed to this. Like, we want this to be an active participating group. You're going to hear our dog squeaking her toy, so you're just going to have to live with that. But we can set that as a group. Like, maybe it's once a month, maybe it's once every 2 weeks, or maybe what we can do also is, like, there's many standards within the standard, right? So we can break off into groups, right? So we can tackle this many different ways based on the expertise of the group. But the idea here is that you're a committed member of this group so that we can all learn from each other. And at the end of the day, we have these super amazing handbooks and kind of a guided reference so that we can get through this easier. And like I said, like, whether you go with the accreditation or not, I think that my goal here is that you have an awesome way to create an amazing, ethical, sustainable practice with a high standard of policies and procedures. And then knowing, okay, what do I need in place here in this very specific instance, right? So we can get that feedback from the group if we need to add more content or more information, like on continuous improvement or sentinel events or vision statement or, things like this that we can kind of walk through and guide people through. So I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you'll be hearing more from us.
Yeah.
And as we hear more from you guys too, we hope that you want to join us in this. We're excited about it, and collaboration and working together in this field is such an important thing. And so we hope that we can, our dog is into it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so we, that's really what we have today. And, this is going out at kind of the same time as our live. Yeah. We're not live right now. We're recorded, but, we are excited about, starting up our live podcast again soon. But for now, reach out to us and let us know your interest in participating in this workshop.
See ya.
All right.